How's everybody? I'm going to keep it short. I'm kind of going hypothermic. Actually, the guy from Louisiana dressed warmer than me. I was always taught to acknowledge the land that I'm on. I'm from Haida Gwaii, and my clan is the Joflanis clan. I've been living in Edmonton for 15 years now. I can die here and I'll still be a visitor because the ancestors here are not my own. I am a local organizer of I Don't Know More, and I do an annual event called Healing the Streets, where myself and others smudge in and around 118 Ave, 97th Street, around there, just to kind of cleanse the energies as best as we can to fight the violence that happens there. I've been asked to come here today to speak on the Indigenous perspective on gun violence and gun control. As you already know, we in Canada do not have the same gun problems as America. An internet search turned up 13 school shootings in Canada from 1975 to 2013. Needless to say, I don't have a lot to go on when it comes to gun violence in Canada. But racism is to Canada what gun violence is to America. Canada just does a better job at hiding it. We hide it in plain view as a mugshot style photo of a murder victim while their perpetrator has a smiling face. It's hidden in a 911 call where the operator asks white or non-white when asking about the perpetrator. As a First Nations person, I've seen and been victim to racism beginning in elementary, being called a stupid little Indian by other children and their parents. For a good part of my childhood and adolescence, I wished I wasn't Indigenous, that I wasn't born to the family that I was. We were always the dirty Indians. My mom was always the drunken Indian. Everything that was wrong with my family and I was because of the color of my skin. That's what I learned growing up. A quick perusal of the comment section of the Indigenous stories in Canada tells me that racism in Canada has reached epidemic proportions. The acquittals of Stanley and Cormier tell me that nothing has changed since 1492, that it's open season on white people. Even with the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and the failing inquiry into the missing and murdered Indigenous women in full swing. Reconciliation is a hot topic. I've been asked by many what it means to me, and that reconciliation to me means nothing. My people are still being murdered, their killers are still being set free, my people are still suffering from the effects of residential school. The land we once were stewards of is being logged, raped, and pillaged. As my friend Randy said, there is only truth, there is no reconciliation. Words, but no action. Entities that are getting millions of dollars to represent me, but I don't feel nor see any of those outcomes. There can be no reconciliation without integrity, without action. My proposition to solve Canada's race problems is to start young. We must teach our children to not look at differences based on skin. We must teach our young children of Canada the true history of Canada and the treatment of its Indigenous people. For my own people, we must build each other up instead of tear each other down. Every time we take part in lateral violence, every time we join a gang, every time we drink or take that hit, that's another bullet in the chamber of racism. We must turn to culture. Every time we smudge, we learn a new word in our language. Every time we sundance, feast, sing, dance, hit our drums, no matter how small, we claim a piece of our identity back that no one can take away. We are strong, we are resilient, and a beautiful people since way before 1492. Koa, thank you.